live there. Make sure that mic.
Tune in every week to the show we adore. From the heart of Perth to the world beyond, let's hear your roar. Purse One Cricket, let's make it clear. The community sports show brings us the cheer. Batting, bowling, and fielding with flair. Each game is a story for the players out there. Riding the highs, embracing the lows with passion and pride. That's how this game flows. It's the PSCA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. Hey! Breakdown of the action. Listen to the crowd. Cheers for the wicket. Oh, they're screaming loud. Cricket's not just a game. It's a sight to behold. Stories of legends, both young and the old. No matter the grade, we cover it all. With every wicket taken, we rise and we fall. Across the grounds of Perth, we gather and share memories of triumph, skill, and the players' great flair. It's the PSCA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. United and strong, with every strap pulled tight, we all sing along. Commentary electric with stories that soar. This week's highlights leave us hungry for more. Catching every moment, we live for the fight. Every player's battle, our hearts feel it right. It's the PSTA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. So tune in each Friday. Don't miss the show. For all that's exciting, the hype and the glow. Thanks to the sponsors who believe in the game. Your support and pride have earned you the fame. To Perth and beyond, we're proud to declare the PSCA Review Show is tops everywhere. With bats and with balls, we're ready to roll. Join in the action. Come and feel the soul.
Dun 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 dun. It's Friday the 13th, folks. Don't be scared. I know they're growing in numbers. Normally there's one, but there's two tonight, and I'm pleased to have them both here in the studio. As I remember, I said I was going to shut that window down. You're welcome. It wouldn't be a community sports show, review show, without me goofing something. Welcome across the globe, wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or like here in Perth, good night to you. Welcome to the Intersport Slater Gartrell Perth Swan Cricket Association review show. It's week 16, and we're going to have a look at everything from every grade. These guys have come in, they've got their high energy drinks, so we'll make sure they can see the night out. It's all set for a big one. Video of the week is back. I've got one of the former stars of video of the week in the studio here. By popular demand, he's the man in demand, and I've paid his agent. It's cost me at least 2 6-packs of Red Bull, but he's worth it. Welcome to the studio, Riley Watson, first of all.
Thanks,
and Josh Bibby. Welcome, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Both from Ellenbrook Rangers, and welcome to the show. First time in the studio?
Yep, first time.
First time.
Now, big audience online, a big shout out to you. We're about to meet these guys, but before we do, a big thank you to all the clubs out there that are following, that have shared. I know Ellenbrook is sharing this through your page.
Getting around it.
Getting around it, that's what it's all about. And a big shout out to Stanford Lee Hope over there in Essex, who have joined us as well. So good to have you with us. Now, let's meet you guys. And I said I'll be gentle with you.
Yeah.
Only because you threatened me. Not really, viewers, not really. Tell us a bit about yourselves. How long you been at the club? What do you do there?
I'm Josh. I play second grade for Ellenbrook. I've been at the club for 10 years, bit of junior cricket, and then obviously the last 6 years I've been in senior cricket. I consider myself an all-rounder, so...
What do other people consider you?
I hope they say the same, but don't know these days. Go through a bit of good and bad form, so...
This bloke's got a big smile on his face.
Yeah, I'll let him answer that question.
Well, I
You
mean...
can do both. You can do both. Can't field, but you can do both.
Wow, yeah. All right, well, can't field, can't bat. That's me. That's how you get to host a sports show. So, Riley, tell us a bit about yourself. You
Through juniors, yeah, stayed all the way through Ellenbrook. Played a little bit outside of Ellenbrook, going to North Beach and Warwick Greenwood.
Yeah.
And yeah, thought it would probably be a good time to go back home. And
So you're both Ellenbrook locals, are you?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, we went to school together for a fair bit, and then played at least 3 or 4 junior years together.
And you're still going. That's
Yeah.
great.
yeah, won a premiership in juniors.
Yeah, we won a junior premiership in our last year, and then last year we won the T20 premiership,
Okay, yeah.
and then
yeah.
we backed it up with obviously the second grade premiership as well, which was pretty cool. So
Yeah, well, we'll talk about how.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good though. One of the things we talk about, and I get asked occasionally, where's the community come from? It's exactly what you two represent there, is your local community. You've grown up together, you're hanging out at a sports club together, you're playing sport together. That's exactly what we love about it, community sport.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's it.
No, it's good.
Well done, guys. I rate that. Congratulations. So, he reckons he's an all-rounder. There's your brother, Rocky. We said he might throw a few lines on there.
Yeah.
Actually, a few comments on there. I'll rephrase that.
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
comments
he's
on the...
actually watching from Vietnam somewhere in Vietnam, so that's pretty cool.
Big-
Shout out to Vietnam.
Yeah, big shout out to all those watching from Vietnam. What's he on a holiday?
Yeah.
What, in the middle of cricket season?
Yeah.
Where's your commitment, man?
Yeah.
Where's your commitment?
Terrible.
It's been good without him though.
Yeah, it's just the change room's just been a bit more sensible,
Yeah.
Uh,
A lot less mistakes behind the
Yeah.
stumps too.
Yeah, that's
So,
exactly right.
Is he a keeper?
yeah, unfortunately.
Tries to be, but
He tries, yeah.
Well, just a reminder, viewers, I am chasing a keeper at the moment. I'm starting to get right into it. The guys can actually see on my left is the All-Stars talking to the committee on Wednesday night. It is actually all systems go. We are going ahead with the team, so I need a keeper. I'm looking at everyone's stats, no matter where you are. Speaking of All-Stars, you guys have been All-Stars, but what's been your favourite moment? There's lots of stuff going on out there in the cricket world. You've shared a journey together. What's been a favourite moment along the journey?
Can't go past last year's 2 premierships we won. The T20 obviously we started off with, and then to finish it off with that second grade premiership was pretty cool. Like from where we were, I think we made 130, 140 on day one, and then playing Ferndale, who hadn't lost a game all season. And then I think they were 2 for 90, they were cruising.
Yeah, yep.
And then, Aaron Diss took 8 for 15 or whatever it was. And Aaron Diss just basically won us that premiership by himself. So that's probably personally my favourite cricket moment I've had in my career. So
you got one more?
Well, yeah, I'm just going to have to back that, to be honest. You know, every other game is just, above average, so I just sit around there all the time.
This is where I get a bit of green-eyed, because I've captained a side to a grand final, but we lost. I've never won a grand final playing cricket, and it's the only game since the 80s that I've actually played as a competitor. So, oh well, that's the story of life, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well, you said g'day to Vietnam. I'll say g'day to Peter Khan over there in Melbourne. A big shout out to you, Pete. Big shout out to the lacrosse community as well. All right, before we get into it, just a couple of special mentions. We love acknowledging what goes on, and well, I've been paying out on them here every Friday night. They've been going without the win until last week. Big thumbs up, Swanview E grade. Getting their first win of the season. You've got to acknowledge it. They've been working hard.
Great stuff.
Well done.
But the story of the week last week, I'm out at West Coast Broadcasting, and the guys from the field are asking me for score updates from this game, because Mundaring, the Kangaroos, wow, they're up against an undefeated Brabham. Brabham have been on the show. They're confident. They know their numbers. They're organised. Love their cricket. They underestimated Mundaring though, and I don't know why, but during the week, whoever sent me this box of empty tissues, stop sending you rubbish to me, okay? Brabham, I don't know if it was you or Mundaring from the laughter, but either way, stop it. Yeah, they were... Mundaring actually they cut footage from a show, last week's show, where I said, Mundaring, take a box of tissues because it's going to hurt. And they've basically got up. So well done, Mundaring, on that effort. A big shout out to the Eddos. We'll find out one of them is in the contender for the video of the week this week. We had 5 blokes with 50s up in contention.
Lovely.
And Michael Eddo of Essex, he's been featured in there before, but as the bowler that got smashed for a 6, so this time he's in there as someone getting the 50s. So big shout out to his family over there in Essex, and as I said, to the Stanford Lee Hope Cricket Club, home of the Eddos. And look, one last thing before we get into the first grade and have a look at the results from last week, but it's definitely not the last thing out there. Swanview, Bullsbrook, Maylands doing it this week. Your club, our club doing it next week. A big shout out to all those clubs taking part in the Think Mental Health round this weekend and next weekend. Fantastic effort. And, you know, I'm an upper middle age. I refuse to admit that I'm old, but I'm upper middle age. Back in our days, we never talked about it, but it's really important that guys feel that they can talk to their mates.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
No.
Yeah, no, it's good to get around that this weekend, so it should be good.
Yeah, so look, it's okay if you're not okay. Sometimes, you know, the life, I call it a roller coaster of life. Twist turns up, down, you laugh, you scream, you cry, you want to get off it. But we're on it, and that's the important part. So share the ride with someone, and it makes it a whole lot easier. All right, let's get into it then, fellas. This is actually now where we start to play that tag team next bit.
Yep.
And there's a fair bit going on here, viewers, I have to say. Last week on the show, I'll lead off with the first black bit and get one of you guys to go the brown. Last week, viewers, we talked about the halfway stage, first grade, second grade and third grade, all back into 2-day mode. Carlisle were 3 for 76 off 32 before getting to 143 there, chasing down Bayswater, who the curse is in reverse at Bayswater. I don't know what they're looking to win there. And a second innings dig of 1 for 71, I should say. And this is where it got chaotic. Forestfield, 101. They've had a bumpy season, and we'll call it bumpy, Hawks fans out there. Had Swanview 2 for 31, and you would have thought Swanview
you would have
walked
thought
that
so.
in.
Swanview were 9 for 78, chasing 101. For Tom Atkinson put on 127 not out for 151 rocks. To end on 9 for 199 with a partnership of 121. It's a new record.
Yeah,
It's for the 10th wicket at Swanview, is it?
Yeah, it is. Well
Between
done.
Tom and Alex.
Yep.
Who was the Wall, nicknamed the Wall. 11 off 57 rocks as well, which is a good dig. It's always good to have someone like that at the other end who just backs you up, I suppose.
Well, that's part of the All-Stars process, you know. The guys that are getting in at 8, 9, 10, 11 are guys that actually will hold an end down, hold in for their team, and actually do enough to get an effort of the week, or you know.
Yeah.
So well done there, Tom and Max, or Alex, I should say. Fantastic effort. But to round it out, the SKLP side, and there's a few questions coming through. Deegan's asking why you're not howling via Skip. I'm not sure.
It's just a little
In joke.
inside joke that he's got, but
They don't work when
Just
the
cut
rest
him
of the
off
world
if you
doesn't
want.
know. Oh. That's what they said to the barman. SKLP were 277 off day one, and Les Murdy got to 137 off 57 on day two to round out that game. Well, you would have thought so, but the bonus points, your club, you guys both play in the 2-day format. You like the bonus point idea?
yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think it gives you more incentive to keep playing longer. And yeah, like day 2 cricket in 2 days used to be boring, I suppose. It used to just be, you know, once you pass the total, call stumps. But I suppose that extra point brings a lot of aspects into it now. So
And we saw that because SKLP went in and put on, and sometimes this is where you sort of go, is it worth it? Weigh it up. 8 for 155. So SKLP getting the win there. Do you want to lead us through the batting performances there, Riley?
Yeah, can do. Yeah. Started off with Joel Shaw making 63, and Dave Kelly with 61 off 120. Taylor Tobias 46, and got a quick catch as well.
Yep.
So that's always good. Kush Gorshia, sorry about that if I
No, that was perfect, mate.
mispronounced that.
Wait till you get to H grade for Coolbinia. That's a joy.
Oh, we'll create some up. 44 with the stick, that's pretty good. And we got Rishi Solansky and Hashid Varansi, sorry. 33 with Ben Adams just getting the 31 off the stick as well.
Yeah, well done there. And first time going for it, you achieved it almost perfectly. And I can tell you that's a big effort. You know, a few people out there having a bit of a chip away, but you've got the character to actually come in here. Everyone can cheap talk. Lots of people do that.
Definition based.
Come put yourselves in here.
Definition based on radio is crazy.
Go.
bit of chat coming.
Yeah. Well, as we said before the show, we'll ignore most of it. The Golden Duck, there was only one we
Rolling
cracked that.
Times.
That was for Swanview. So Swanview doing it the hard way there. And looking at the ladder, the bowlers, I should say, Sammy Spence with 4 for 16. Jaden Francis chipped in with 4 for 49. While the best of the three was Jack Gervin with 3 for 9. Alex McFarlane doing his bit for Bayswater, 3 for 12. Nitin Kumar Jasani with 3 for 28. Jimmy Alexander at Forestfield tried his best. He had 3 for 32. And then the rodeo man, Matt Sadler, with 3 for 43.
Good effort, that.
Yeah, not bad.
Some good figures in there.
The ladder sees Swan View on top, Bayswater on 6 and 4 with 59 points. SKLP, after going back in, have put themselves on 55. And Carlisle also in the mix with 51 points there.
Wow.
So a three-way battle for second spot in the home final with just 2 weeks left or 2 games left in this grade. And then Les Murdy and Forestfield, well, they're going to be watching on and hoping to spoil someone's party.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting.
Matches of the week, or matches this
Yeah, we
round?
got Swan View versus Bayswater. Then we got Carlisle coming up against Les Murdy. And then Forestfield versus SKLP, which rounds it off for the first grade.
Yeah, it does. And top of the table clash there. Swan View versus Bayswater. Bayswater, really an opportunity for them to actually start to find their feet. If they want to play finals,
Yep.
it's 2-day format. You're back in your preferred format of 2 days.
Yep.
Time to turn it on, Bayswater.
Should be a cracker.
All right, here we go. Ellenbrook, it's almost your guys' turn. University on day one had 6 for 210 to SKLP's 1 for 21. That doesn't make sense. 121 and then 3 for 11. Ascot put on 136 against Ellenbrook. I think that was 89.
Yeah,
Yes,
189.
189, mate.
Yeah.
Batted the full day out. Good day at the paddock.
That was the first day.
Yeah, last week,
We
yep.
batted our 60. Yeah, it was one of them days.
Yeah, how we go, mate? How we go?
I'll leave that with you, eh?
Oh yeah, yeah, fair enough. With our 189, we went all right with the first week. Pretty much the whole batting collapsed except Josh Bibby.
You
Put
might
on
have got a
90 odd,
mention.
saved the day really. We were all struggling and we were just trying to find partnerships, and there was a couple out there staying out with their Bibby, but the main call was Bibby that week. So that was,
Hail Bibby.
yeah, that was always handy.
Well,
Always
Luke
handy.
Otway's doing that online, so
Shout out to Luke, then.
Yeah, that's probably when we start howling. I reckon that's not too bad.
yeah. Well, look, realistically, collapses happen. I see some shocking scores on here some weeks.
Yeah,
and
bloody oath.
I'm involved with Middle Swan. We've been known to have a collapse or two along our
Yeah,
trip as well, so it happens to the best of us.
yeah, it does.
In day two's performances in second grade, as you mentioned, you guys were batting week one, so you did get your mention last week.
Yeah.
Just a couple of mentions in the batting here. Harsh Bat, one of the best names as a commentator for a cricket bloke. He had 34 for SKLP in the first innings, while Sunil Karai had 43 not out, and Krishna Harani 32 not out in their second innings there. And just one other mention, Dilshan Damal had 40 off 126 balls for Ascot. Good performance there, Dilshan. Now in the bowling, who should read this out? You reckon?
I think I should. Obviously we bowled out Ascot for 136 on day two. Riley Watson was obviously our standout bowler with 4 for 34 off his 11 overs. He was the only bowler to get 3 wickets for the weekend, or more for the weekend. But no, Riley bowled really well. Opened up the bowling and
left armour, right armour.
right armour, right arm seamer.
Right arm, just absolute gas, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gets him
Yeah.
through. But no, it was good to stand the slips and watch him take a wicket in the first over, and then got us off to a really good start, and then
Fielding wise last week,
he fielded well.
not just him, but
Yeah,
the
he
team.
Yeah, we all fielded well. Yeah,
I know he's all right. but-
yeah. No, we
Gonna
as
say-
a group we fielded well.
should say 4 wickets and a catch there as well. Like,
Yeah, well,
that's,
it's
that's,
only
that's
one.
half. That's half of Ascot,
I was
by the
gonna-
way.
You need 3
That's-
catches.
No, we fielded very well as a group. I think a couple of catches went down, but I feel like in community cricket you're always going to get a couple of drop catches every now and then. So
and you rebounded, got
Yeah.
the job done, and that's
Get
half
around
the
each
battle.
other and pick back up.
Well, despite the scorelines, there were no Golden Ducks, and that's always a win.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
And
for
Ascot
sure.
had the chance, realistically, Ascot had the chance against you guys to take first place, but you got the job done. So as a result, that means you're still on top, 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tied game, and you've still got a game in hand as well with the bye fixtures and all that
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
stuff. So sitting comfortable up there, guys.
Yeah, no, it's good to.
Yeah.
Good
Set
to
up
be
a
up
chair
there for
soon,
sure.
you know.
Pull up a chair, he says.
I reckon.
Ascot sits second, they blew it, so they're sitting second. Caversham in third, Curtis just half a game behind. SKLP look like they're going to take fourth. Realistically, with 2 games to go, Uni are 3 games behind. So, Uni, you get a chance this week against Ascot to spoil it. You guys up against Caversham, a bit of a local derby, I guess, almost.
Yeah, no, it should be a
Yeah.
good game. I think we
Yeah,
played pretty well when we played them earlier in the season, so hopefully we can back that up again tomorrow.
Well, you're at home, so you'll be on the centre right,
Yeah,
centre oval.
on our home deck. Yeah, use that to our advantage.
Does the sea breeze get to Ellenbrook? No, that
Nah.
face said it all.
I don't think so. There's a bit of a break.
Be hot
No,
down there. Be hot.
Yeah,
It's nice and warm,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
not just on the field there. All right, well, let's have a look at third grade because this was a day of the underdogs and some big surprises here as well. Let's have a look. First of all, it was second versus first. Swan View, 161 on day 1. SKLP 5 for 40. Then got to 69 and then all out 84 in the second innings. So Swan View with, I think that is the first outright of the season. So congratulations there, Swan View. There's Murdy Mazenot, 124 off 41, lost to Uni, who put on went from 3 for 49 to all out 190 there. And in the final match, third versus fourth, Bayswater getting up over Ascot, 7 for 194 to all out 182, I think that says from this
Yeah.
distance. All right.
Go through to
Yep.
Ryan Coverles from Uni. Hit 113 off 165 balls. Batting at 3 for Uni. And then finished it off with none for 16 off 8 on day 1 as well.
Yeah.
Mitch Russell, 42 not out off 84, batting at 8. Deep Karay, 37 for SKLP.
Here we go. Ranjit Ramakrishna. I'll help you.
34 for Ascot to round it off there.
And just 3 golden
3
ducks.
goldens.
Yeah. Who got them?
One for Uni,
Yeah, Uni and
2
2
for
for
Ascot.
Ascot, eh?
Wow, there were no golden ducks at Swan View, although they probably deserved it from where they were at because it was a tale of the tape. It made Play Cricket, even Play Cricket shared it.
Yep.
Swan View's PR department went into overdrive. Well done there, Dave Pease and all the Leonardo Brinos sharing it to the universe out there. See what I mean about enjoying it?
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
smile.
It's Charlie trying to be cheeky.
Yeah, cheeky
Oh.
Charlie.
Charlie. He's a good bloke, though.
Good
But
bloke.
I mean,
Great
credit
bloke,
to Swan
really, great
View.
bloke.
Credit to Swan View. Matty Parnham, 7 for 45. Didn't even bowl on day 1. Off 18 for Swan View in SKLP's second innings. But he's joined, I'm leaking secrets here. Kirk Loam of Swan View has joined the All-Stars team this week because when you take 9 for 28,
That's elite.
That's-
That's very nice figures.
That's quite insane. To be
that is
honest.
top shelf.
Yeah.
So, Kirk, congratulations there. And Matt.
He actually ended up getting. Well, they were actually 10 for 29 off 20, and it ended up being
Yeah,
the
well,
Swan View game. It's crazy.
it is. And that's, just imagine being, you get 1, you get 2, you get 3 as a bowler, you
Yeah.
go, yeah, I'm on here.
Yeah.
Having a good
You
day.
get 4, you go, oh.
Yeah, how many more?
5, 6, 7, 8, and then cheeky enough to go, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
And the last bloke, well, you have to wonder how he got out.
Yeah.
Who's claiming that one? Anyway, look, there's only 2 games left in the 2-day format, so you
Yep.
guys are well situated in your grade. It looks like in this competition, the top 2 are definitely locked in, as are the top 4, but it's more a case of where they'll finish. Swan View on top, SKLP sits second, Bayswater third, Ascot have 4th place, and that will be the top 4. Les Murdy, Mazenod and University with a couple each. Matches this week, Riley?
Yeah. Oh, we got Bayswater and SKLP first up, and then we got, I don't know, to be honest, Les Murdy and Ascot, and then we got Uni and Swan View.
Yeah, and again, Bayswater and SKLP sit in second and third there. Bayswater will
Interesting
be at
little
Hillcrest, yep.
Little fight there.
And, I mean, realistically, you look at that, Bayswater are probably not going to get a home final because they're a couple of games behind, but it is about going into finals.
Momentum's everything in finals,
100%.
especially with the format we have. It's,
It is.
You win one game, you're through to the grand final, so you just never know.
Yeah, you finish 4th and beat, as we've seen can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you can be top side, undefeated, go into a finals and lose one game, and that's the wrong game you
it's
want to
all over.
lose.
100%.
You know, that's your season done. So the no mercy rule does not apply here. It is off with their head. Speaking of off with their head, well, we'll take just our first drinks break here on the Intersport Slater Gartrell Perth Swan Cricket Association review show. It's edition 16 with me, Noel Knowlesy Johnston, Riley Watson, and the always smiling Josh Bibby. Brought to you thanks to ID Athletic and Vision Decor here on the Community Sports Show. We'll be back in just a moment.
Our hearts beat loud with a pulse full of pride. Across the Perth Swan region, the spirit's alive. Every swing of a bat, we're ready to thrive. Community's the key, all shapes and all sizes. No matter the grade, we'll take all the prizes. Let's swing for the fences, let's hit every note. We're the friends by our side, hear the laughter and hope. From local stories that brighten our days to the world near and far, let's set it ablaze. Here's to the bowlers and all of the bats, the thrill of the chase and those midfield chats. In every grade we shout and we cheer, the PSCA spirit, it's loud and it's clear. The swings and the misses, we've seen them all, but it's the love of the game that makes us stand tall. The Community Sports Show, where we share the tales, all of the highs, the lows, the triumphs and fails, no ease in the groove with every shot that we play. In the Perth sunshine, the joys. From the riverbank's beauty to the shore's bright and blue. In the heart of Perth, it's the love that we brew. With each swing of the bat, let's make history shine. Perth's one cricket community sports show. Together we
Just a gentle reminder that we are a microphoned show. Welcome back wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or like it is here in Perth, good night to you across the globe. You're here on the Intersport Slater Gartrell Perth Swan Cricket Association review show. And no, it does not get easier the more times you say it.
These are long.
But we love our sponsors. Thank you to Slater Gartrell. Big long time 6056 business there, Mike Wilkie and the family all supporting the show, so thank you to them, and thank you to ID Athletic and Vision Decor as well. Well, a big shout out before we get into the one day competitions to Dianella Cricket Club. Unusually they had their past players event last night. Big shout out to all the Demons that got back there. And a big shout out as well to all the Darlington players that got back for their past players event last Saturday. We'll have a look at their score in D grade, but well done to them. Just a heads up for the clubs, I'm not an official spokesman for the PSCA, I just am me, Noel Knowlesy Johnston. I happen to be on the committee and I'm also the secretary of the Middle Swan Cricket Club. So just a heads up from the association to all players. I'm sure it's not you two. You strike me as very lovely blokes. But just a heads up, the umpires have been reporting dissent, writing reports and cautions, and there is a zero tolerance going forward for dissent of any kind. Even if you get across the boundary and you throw your bat up onto the roof, and I've seen that a few times, or into the change rooms, that is actually still considered dissent or not in the spirit of the game. Not okay. Umpires, we often say, why don't we have umpires? Well, probably because you appeal for 5 minutes, so get on with the game. Yeah. So I get to say that. Yeah. Umpires will use cautions. Clubs will get a right of reply, but it will be a more updated process, and clubs will be notified of who are the or not who are the offenders, but which clubs. So be on notice.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the Vision Decor. Don't just sponsor us; they sponsor the association. You're on a Vision Decor floor here, gentlemen.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Sturdy.
Looking good.
Sturdy as.
Sturdy. Yeah.
All right, time for the Vision Day call. 1 day A grade, and Riley, you're going to lead us through the scores.
Yes. I'm not going to know who the first team is though.
Oh,
but
Mount Lawley Inglewood.
Mount Lawley Inglewood. Yeah. They were finished 9 for 175. They lost to Dianella, 5 for 177. So that was a real close one. But they finished in 33 overs, so they got it down pretty quick. Hawks Punjabi played and they finished 8 for 177. Lost to Scarborough, 7 for 178 in 28 overs. With Helena Valley making a whopping 257. They had a win, which is pretty good. They beat
Coolbinia West Perth.
West Perth. Then they had a fair crack at it, but fell short with 9 for 195. And wow, Caversham were 1 for 164. So only got one wicket down from Yokine. But they beat them with Pilbara going 6 for 160.
Yeah, so Caversham in the President's Cup on Sunday really just starting to show a bit of
Yeah.
one
some
day
good scores
form there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask you here, Josh. We'll split this because there's 6 lines. Do you want the top half or the bottom
Yeah,
half?
I'm happy to go to the top half. We got Jag Singh to start us off with 85 not out. Toby Robertson with a 77 not out as well there. Ash Yadav, 74.
Yep.
Ross Baker with a nice 70. Daniel Delpreet with a 63. And then we got Sahil Kumar with a 58 as well. And Gurbinder Singh with 55 also.
Yeah, well done there, mate. Rory McFarlane Barrow, he had 51. Shabazz Bangash had 46. Paul Vincent chipped in with 41. Shawnee Cohen shows that he's still going. He had 39. Govinda Bra with 38. Trent Mitchell with 36. Glenn Welton with 32. And sneaking in just by the skin of his chin, Harmon Dillon with 30 not out. And 1 golden going to Coolbinia West Perth. Who's the bowlers?
Ashley Norton with 4 for 27. We got Michael Denhan, 4 for 42.
Yep.
We got Kasoon Dilshan Silva with 3 for 30. And then Kirk Howes with a 3 for 43 and 39 off 25. Batting
out.
at 7.
Not out too.
And then
That's
we've still
insane.
got Benny McInnes with 3 for 46. And
Yeah.
Sarabjit Singh with 3 for 47 also.
You're a natural, mate. These names are just rolling off your tongue. Well done there, Kirk Howes. That performance puts you in contention for the All-Stars with a very handy 39 not out at 7 there and a 3 for. Always nice to see. Ladder sees Caversham on top. Dianella sits second. Helena Valley in third with Hawks Punjabi also on 8 wins there, battling against Helena Valley for third spot, and they're just 1 win behind Dianella. Caversham 3 games or a couple of games clear. Dianella this week up against Caversham, an opportunity for both Helena Valley and Hawks Punjabi to actually potentially jump into the second spot.
Yeah.
Who wants it? All right, Scarborough and Mount Lawley Inglewood are on 5 wins, and with 4 games to go, that probably isn't going to get them through. Coolbinia West Perth and Yokine Pilbara rounding out the bottom of the table there. And the the matches this week.
You gonna go with it, Riley?
Oh, not good abbreviations.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we got. I can run with it. Coolbinia West Perth versus is it Hawks Punjabi.
yep.
Then we got Yokine versus Mount Lawley. And then we got the Scarborough Sharks versus Helena Valley. And then the match of the week in A grade 1 days, we got Dianella going up against Caversham.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to throw you under the bus with all those acronyms there. Viewers, we go through every game of every grade, and we don't want 48 pages. I talk enough. We really just try to keep it shorthand, and they only get 10-minute heads up. So well done. But let's have a look now at B grade, the boil over of the season. We mentioned it at the top of the show, and apparently it was my fault. So sorry, Brabham. If you want your empty box of tissues back, let me know. I can send it back. Otherwise, I'll put it in the recycling. Other scores: Southern Rossmoyne 235 went down to Caversham 4 for 354. Bang,
Wow.
bang, bang. They go Caversham. Doing it in the A and the B grade there. West Coast in our broadcast game 7 for 207, defeating Hawke's Punjabi all out 170. Mundaring 5 for 161 in 31 overs, defeating Brabham, who were cruising. Well, at least at the top of the ladder. They weren't last week, all out for 168, beating 1. Never
Yes.
say never,
Wow.
fellas.
Yeah, that's
For
it.
sure.
Never say never. And Midland getting up in the final game over Glen Forest, 176 to all out 82 for Glen Forest. Not a great effort there, but okay, let's play tag team here,
Yeah.
guys. I'll take the top line. So Mil Sahai had 135 off 98 batting at 3 for Caversham, and those brackets tell us that he had 16 fours and 4 sixes in that knock. A good effort
Wow.
there, Samir.
Yeah, great effort there. Up next, we got Don Jayasingh.
Yep.
He's got a ton, batting at 5 for
Southern Rossmoyne.
Southern Rossmoyne. And Jimmy Singh also was out there with batting 76, not out. So that was great knock for him too.
Yep.
And we got Harley Brown, made 65 and had to retire. Yep.
Yeah, blew a muscle. Sorry,
Yeah,
Harley.
that's
Oh,
no
no.
good.
Yeah.
And AJ Stryden
He
from
retired
Mundaring, 63 off 41 balls, batting at 6
Yeah.
with a nice little 6 fours and 4 sixes as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great performance there, AJ. Though 2 of those, or in fact 3 of those names, AJ, Harley, and Jimmy, all in the video moments of the week for their
Nice.
50s. I said there were 5 of them, and the 5th one was from Michael Edo Edwards. He is the Essex version of Eddie Maguire, Edo everywhere. He had 61 not 61 not out. Sorry, Ed, ripping you off there, Edo. Amrit Verk had 55. Nitin Sachdeva with 54, Raj Singh with 52 not out, and Syed Alam with 51. And I'll take the next one. Amila Dharma Priya had 45.
Good
I
effort,
understand.
that. And we got Trent Murdoch with 42. He also had to retire. Hurt. I'm guessing he got hurt.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure there, but Varun Majo 38, and then Vinod Bandara 34 as well, and
Yep.
then I'll hand it over for Riley for this next
Oh,
guy.
don't throw him
that's-
under the bus.
Nah.
Aranda Rapasaka
Yeah,
had
he-
33 there. Nice try, mate. Flynn House and his brother actually, Xavier House, playing his 50th game last week for Mundaring, and his brother getting in the mentions there in the upset win. So a big day for the guys at the top of the hill.
There you
Nice.
Brad Saunders had 30, just snuck in there, Brad.
Oof.
And
Oh,
Bailey
yeah.
O'Keefe, well, he got a mention before. He had 30 as well, but he also took 4 for 41.
Good
So,
effort.
good effort there.
Yeah.
But bowlers, we'll leave this one for you, Riley.
Yeah, and Ranjit Bath, he played pretty well. Went 5 for 22. Will Maddock, 4 for 23. We got Dan Waterhouse with 3 for 19.
Big shout out to Ryan Leonard of West Coast, who brought up his 800th wicket in his career on camera last week.
Wow.
So well done
Good
there,
effort.
Rhino.
That's a lot of wickets.
That's
Good
a-
effort.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's a fair
More
effort.
than I got fingers and toes.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, 800. I haven't heard of that before.
Well,
And that must be up there in the record books. 800.
oh, yeah, it's up there, but
I thought
I'm
Fernie's
sure
taking
I've heard
500.
more.
Is that for one club? Is that? Or?
Yeah, right, I'm pretty
I reckon
sure.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, good on him.
All right, well, let's have a look at the ladder because it's an interesting one here. Brabham on top, but now they are no longer undefeated. 12-1. Caversham in second, trailed by 3 games. Hawke's Punjabi, West Coast, courtesy of that win, now have 8 wins. Midland on 7, Southern Rossmoyne, Glen Forest and Mundaring are playing the spoiler roles. They will not be playing in the finals this season at least. Matches? Don't play with them.
Sorry.
No, I meant as in don't play with matches.
Yeah.
Bad dad joke.
We got Hawks Punjabi versus Brabham. And we got Caversham Glen Forest, South Rossmoreland versus Midland, and Mundaring versus West Coast.
Yeah,
so that'll be a good week, I reckon.
I think you're right, mate. A couple of big games there. Hawks Punjabi, if they want to stay in contention, really need to actually do what Mundaring did to hold third.
Yeah.
Because West Coast, I'm not sure, Mundaring, you used my words against, well, not against me, because I always say it's never my fault. I say what I think. It's up to you, the batsmen, the bowlers, the team, to put in the effort to get the win. So I accept no responsibility for losses or commentators curse if I say how well you're doing and then you get ripped. That's on you for not batting.
That's it.
You know, Mundaring at home again. I think this could be a danger game for West Coast if they don't bring their A game.
Yeah.
Mundaring up and about. So we'll see how the Coasters go. All right, let's move on to C grade. It was a big weekend ahead. Well, no, it was a big weekend in the battle for fourth spot. Scores?
Yeah, a couple of big scores, definitely. Caversham 223 in 38 overs, but they've beat Forestfield 5-208. Bullsbrook also beat Carlisle. They went 9 for 191, and Carlisle only made 187 with 7 down, batting it all out. Brabham, they made 189, getting all out off 34 overs. So
Yeah.
Helena Valley were able to, get over
the
top
job
of
done.
them. Yeah, get over top of them. So that's good for them. They ended up making 190 with 7 down. Middle Swan 9 for 125, lost to SKLP 7 for 201.
Moving
pretty
on.
big.
Moving on.
Moving on,
What were
yeah.
the batsmen?
Yeah, Matt.
I'm a middle swan man. I've got to move on.
I reckon that's pretty big.
We'll regroup this week. You want the top half?
Yeah, I'll go the top half.
Yeah.
Matt Zappacosta starts us off 102 off 113. 14 fours, 1 6. He opened the batting as well, so it's a very good effort there. Daniel Foster, 93 off 71. Michael Renton hit 78. Dhruv Gopal hit 69. Joshua Dwayne hit 60.
And then
Bully Private hit 58.
now, do you know what that means?
No, I was about to ask you the same thing.
That's all right. Edo had the same thing last week. He thought that was a bloke called Bully Private.
Yeah.
You can actually be private. You know how you get filling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a bloke who must be a secret agent or in witness protection or something.
Yeah, okay.
Because he says, yes, I'm here, but I don't want you to know who I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
fair enough.
registered. So well done, Bully Private.
Yeah.
Josh Downing had 50 for Middle Swan there. Well done, Josh. Nishit Kurai had 48, so too did Alan Tyler. Randeep Sandhu and Immat Kumar had 41, a few pairs here. Ryan Sanders had 40 not out. Big shout out to you, Ryan. Thanks for following the show. Sohai Lay, he had 35. Arun Mashire and Amrinda Handal with 33, and a couple of Goldens. Who had those, Riley?
Oof. Carlisle and the Bullsbrook.
Yeah, Bullsbrook, the fill-in player. Always the joy when you get a bloke to fill in and he contributes to your Golden Duck total.
Yeah, it's never
That's
good.
it.
Never good.
All right, I'll let you do the bowlers there.
Yeah,
JB?
Michael Kakaro with a 3 for 20. Samuel Friend also got a 3 for 21. Tim Routley with a 3 for 31. And Rahul Gautam got 3 for 33. Ethan Hindmarsh with a 3 for 51. And Jeff Parnham rounds us off with a 3 for 53.
Yeah, Jeff Parnham on the move from Swanview back out to Forestfield there.
Nice.
3 for 53. Still got 3 for. Have to question whether you can pull those numbers down though, Jeff. Bullsbrook on top. Caversham sits second. Both are on 10 wins though, but there is 0.7 separating them, so a fair margin in the one-day formats. Brabham have 7. Then it's a 3-way race for 4th. See how well our reporters write things up for us?
Yep.
A 3-way race for 4th. Helena Valley on 1.08, Middle Swan in there, go the 78s, 1.03, and Carlisle 1.0 exactly, so literally 0.8 separating those 3 sides in the battle for 4th. It's KLP, I'm sorry, you're done, and so too are the Forestfield side. Matches this week, they're pretty universal. They're going to go according to ladder positions, I reckon.
Yep.
Brabham taking on Carlisle, SKLP at home against Forestfield. Helena Valley will take on Bullsbrook. And then the 78s, well, we've got the tough task there. If we want to play finals, we need to prove that we can beat the side that sit in second. So,
Like I said, never know.
that will be a big one out there at Caversham District, or Dayton District Open Space it is these days.
Yep.
Caversham,
New
not
Oval.
in Caversham.
Yeah, no, nice
just
new
so.
oval they got there.
Yeah, I know. Jealous. All right, in the D grade, let's have a look here. Scores. Dianella defeating Mount Lawley Inglewood 119 to 118. The Sharks went down 4 for 178 to Southern Rossmoyne, 7 for 180, and a brick back to you, Southern Rossmoyne. No batting info, so you get no mentions other than your score. Coolbinia West Perth 139 defeating Lesmurdy Mazenod 131. And then Darlington. Congratulations, fella, the Darlington competitive. They've had a roller coaster season, but in front of their past players last week, getting over the ladder leaders, City Beach. Darlington 6 for 8 for 162. Oh, actually, I'm ripping them off. It is 6.
Yeah.
Should have went with my first instinct.
662.
And then City Beach all out 158. So well done there.
Nice.
Yeah, they did it in front of their past players as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great when that
Nice.
happens. You
See.
guys have many past players events or things like that? Not yet?
Nah, we haven't really had that in the last couple of seasons, but no, it's definitely a good thing to remind us of though, because it would be good to get past players down. I think you get a bit of a spark when you play in front of them sort of people in the club, so it'd be good to get that going down at
Just
Ellenbrook.
connects you with who got your club to where you are today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of who got you where, let's have a look at the batting mentions. Riley, I'll take the hit on the bowlers for you. Riley, you go the...
Yeah, we got James Bokeman with 67 and Chris Murphy 60 not out. We got LM Private 54 not out. Hayden Candy 45 not out, and Trevor Young with 42 not outs. A lot of not outs there.
Yeah, well, value your wicket.
Yeah, that's
good
it.
effort.
That's it. Hit along the ground,
Especially
I
at
guess.
1 day grades. Is the
No,
Well, we
keep
saw
your- hard
guys
to keep
go...
your head.
Yeah, well, that's the
Hard to
thing, isn't it? There was... Quick question without notice, viewers. Jump on the comments. Do you want to see a T20 competition come into the regular season? There's conversations, you talk about swing and miss and
Yeah.
all that, and some of the sides bat like it's a T20, even
Yeah.
if it's a 40 over game.
Yep.
Viewers, what's your thoughts?
See-
What's your thoughts?
Well, we see it in the test a little bit now. They're
Yeah.
starting to, try and speed it up. It's
Yeah,
a bit different. We'll see what happens, I guess.
I wouldn't mind it. I think obviously the Tuesday T20 comp's pretty good, but I feel like you might get a few more people that would come down and play on a Saturday. If it was a T20 comp, doesn't go for longer.
Chance to do double headers at a club,
Yep,
you know.
yep. And there's a fair few clubs now that are getting the better lights put in so they can play, into the night time, which is good. I think them sort of games. I think Swan View might have played one, and maybe Dayton. Or
Yeah,
Caversham
Swanview
Dayton.
and Caversham both have
Caversham.
Yeah.
good lights.
Yeah.
I think Ellenbrook's working on
Yeah, I
it.
think we are working on it. I know our lights are good, but they're not. I think they're not up to scratch for a night game T20 though.
There's a question come from international. I'll get to that in a little while. But first, let's have a look at the bowling mentions. Todd Carroll had 3 for 10. Prasanna Ediwarara had 3 for 20. New name for the show, Joan Pradhan had 3 for 28. And then it was the bowlers getting the job done for
Darlington, yeah.
For Darlington.
Rob Cross had 3 for 17, and Jared Quinn also with a 3 for 19. And best on ground was Hafiz Wakas with 3 for 25, and also a nice 64 off 75 opening the batting as well. And Andrew Robertson, four keeper catches for Dianella.
Oh, he must have heard me say I'm chasing a keeper.
Yeah, he must have.
I was going to say, you always need them. Always need them. Me being a bowler, you know. Yeah.
You like keepers that can catch, do you?
Yeah, that's it. You know. I thought you were going to ask me a question about Watson's, but who's better?
Well, Ockie is on there. He's asking about net sessions and stuff. I didn't want to go there.
Yeah.
I don't want to create family rivalries. I'm coming from a dysfunctional one myself. I know how bad that can be. And we're here to promote mental health.
That's it.
Dear. You guys can fight it out. But
Yeah, Ockie
from
doesn't
your
get to
take,
train too much. So.
who's the better? You or him?
I think it's quite obvious, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say myself there because...
Riley puts in the hard work.
Yeah,
so
that's it. You know?
Ockie's a bit lazy, so.
Well, on that note, we'll soldier on. Just to note, there were no Goldens in the ladder. City Beach are 2.5 games clear. Well done there, City Beach Green Range. They're on 10 wins, 2 losses and a draw. Then a couple of wins away, Mount Lawley, Inglewood, Scarborough have third place with 7, while Rossmoyne and Dianella, as well as Les Murdy Mazenod, another battle for 4th, and this is what you see every week here on the show. Those 3 sides all in a battle there. Darlington, despite your win, I'm sorry fellas, you're probably not going to qualify. And Coolbinia West Perth, you're also in a similar position there. Although Darlington, I tell you what, if you do, I'll chuck on a Darlington shirt. You play finals, Darlington, I'll put a shirt on in the studio here for you. All right, Coolbinia West Perth, they play Southern Rossmoyne. Top of the table clashes, City Beach take on Mount Lawley Inglewood. Then it's Les Murdy Mazenod against Scarborough, and Dianella travel to Darlington, who will be looking to make me eat my words. All right, well, we'll find out if they can or not. As Sean Saunders just notes that Ockie's been shot down, hopefully not in the flight back from Vietnam. That'd be terrible. All right, it won't be terrible. We'll be back in a moment here on the Community Sports Show with me, Noel Knowlesy Johnston, Riley Watson, and the man that always smiles, Josh Bibby, here on the Intersports Ladder Gartrell Perswan Cricket Association Review Show. See you soon.
Come gather round, it's a brand new week. The games have been played, now let's take a peek. Wickets are falling, cheers rise through the air. Heroes in the making, showing how much they all care. Highlighting legends from every grade. Tales of triumphs that never gonna fade. Hey, hey, hear the warriors roar. Celebrating moments, always giving us more. Perswan cricket, we rise and shine in the game of our lives. We're doing just fine. On sun-soaked afternoons, legends come alive. Cricket bats swinging, they're ready to thrive. From every club with the glories untold, come join the story, let the magic unfold. Hey, hey, hear the warriors roar. Celebrating moments, always giving us more. Perswan cricket, we rise and shine in the game of our lives. We're doing just fine. With every run scored and each ball that's bowled, a new story is made and never gets old. We're more than a team, we're a family, we're one. Cricket's our joy, come and join the fun. Oh, hey, hey, hear the warriors roar, celebrating moments, always giving us more. First one cricket, we rise and shine in the game of our lives. We're doing just fine. To the fun, the community sports show is our #1. Cheers to the players, to every last cheer. Weekly Warriors united, without any fear.
Wow, that was, oh gosh, don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, a bit freaky.
Ooh, scary, scary. Friday the 13th. Just felt something run through me. All right, wherever you are across the globe, you're here on the Community Sports Show with me, Noel Nosey Johnston, for the Intersport Slater Gartrell First One Review Show. It is edition 16, brought to you thanks to Vision Decor and ID Athletic, our platinum sponsors. Thanks to them for their support. Thanks to all the sponsors that I see a few, we won't mention them, they're not giving me money. But a big thank you to all the sponsors that sponsor the clubs out there. We couldn't do it without you, and that's what we love. So thank you. Please support those that support your local club. Well, we just saw the Warriors video. It is back, and a big thanks to the clubs and all those photographers out there who actually put in the work and take the pics for us and put the info out there. Who does it at your club?
Aaron Diss is our guy, yeah.
Yeah, Dissy.
Yeah.
Lots more photos. You did good during the T20. Get a couple.
I think it's
He's just
hard.
out here trying to spin up a storm, you know, trying to take all the wickets.
Yeah,
it's hard
it's
to get his
hard when he's
camera out
playing.
as well.
Well, that's exactly a great point, though. Don't leave it to just one person at your club. We've all got mobile phones these days. Someone's on 49, get the phone out, film them. If they get the 50, fantastic. You've got a video moment of the week. If they're on a hat trick, film it. If they make a ton, just take a picture of them. You don't even have to video it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then you can actually, we're going to change it up. You can send it through to us or send it through to Dissy at your club, or put it on your club socials. We're going to try and improve how we do the Warriors. But thanks to everyone involved there, 14 different clubs recognising their players. That's 50% of our competition. Well done. Well done as well to Mundaring. They got AJ Striden's 50 on there in their win last week. And Maylands, I love your work, Maylands. They battle hard. They're doing all right as a cricket side, but they're onto their socials and they absolutely love it. So well done to Andrew and Will down there for the work you do. And that all means that we had a video of the week. A vote was held, and the winner of this week's video moment of the week was a 50, but who will it be? Let's find out. Michael Edwards pulls that one to the leg side, no one out there, races away, backward square, 4 runs, 50 up, and Michael Edwards, to the applause of his teammates, brings up a solid 50. Well done there, Michael Edwards. It's like I said, he's Edo everywhere.
Yeah.
Last week in the studio, he's been in the van and we debated last week whether I took a selfie with him since he's so famous or he took one with me, but we had a selfie. He's enjoying his time here in Australia. He's just visiting and he's having a great time.
Nice.
Almost killed his captain a few weeks ago though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did hear about that actually? Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, ran into each other going for a
broken
ball.
collarbone and
Yeah,
something
but
like
they're
that.
all okay now. And to make you feel even better, Edo, you have picked up this week's Joey's Swan Valley Diner gift voucher. Sorry, I'm covering your smiley face there. Joey's Swan Valley Diner voucher there. Just not sure how you'll pick it up since you don't have a driver's license, but we'll figure that out. Congratulations and thanks to Glenn and Mel at Joey's Swan Valley Diner. Breakfast, lunch, morning tea, afternoon tea or dinner. Hot food, cold food.
Yeah.
I don't mind a bit of Joey's. And you guys, Ellenbrook?
Hey, I'll probably be going there soon, I reckon.
Yeah, well,
On the way home.
why not? All right, let's have a look at the E grade. Let's get through the rest of this night. Let's have a look at E grade where, actually, you guys want to do the score?
Yeah, I can start us off. Swan View, 3 for 99 off 25, beat Caversham in a nice close game there. We made 98 off their 37. It looks like it was a 1v8
Wow.
as well, which Swan View sitting 8th, beat Caversham, who were sitting 1st in a low scoring encounter. Carlisle made 129. They lost to our side Ellenbrook, who hit 9 for 175. Which is a good effort there. Brabham, 79, bowled out for 79, lost to Belmont, who chased it down in 20 overs, 1 for 95. And then finishing off the E grade, SKLP made 9 for 179 and fell to Maylands, who made 7 for 228.
Yeah, some.
High scoring
Big
game,
score,
that
yeah.
one.
It's a big score.
It's great to see, and that's why with the All Stars, people have said, how can an E grade or a H grader get in there?
Yep.
Because we're comparing performances based on the grade that you play in. You know, it is equally tough for all E graders as it is for all first graders, just at a different level. You know, so an effort is an effort. And those efforts saw Swan View get up for their first win of the season here. Brad Vanderleer had 48 for Swan View with the bat, while Reece Knowles, he is the better bowler, Knowlesy. I pretended I was a better bowler, but Reece has got that title now. He had 3 for 11, and Jaden, the garlic, sorry, Garlo, I was going to chuck a vampire joke in there because it's Friday the 13th, but it got away from me. Jaden the vampire garlic. No vampire garlic. Well done, Gallo. He had 3 for 29 to help them get up for their maiden win. And then across the batting, Saz Rahman had 62 for Maylands. Jones, one of your fellas, and there was a bit of a banter
this
there.
actually is the better Jones here. Leo Jones making 59 there.
Yeah.
That's, His brother's a good bloke. Yeah. Some say great bloke, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, everyone thinks something about someone, don't they?
You've got to be good at something. So.
Dylan Self had 50. He decided that was enough and then just stopped. Xavier Miller, good shout out to you, Xavier, Maylands legend down there, 45, not out. Merv Nelson with 43. Aaron Applegate, no relation to Christina, he had 35. Callum Beamish, a new name, he had 34, not out. And Dhruv Vasani with 33. While the SKLP bowlers chipped in 31, thanks SKLP. 4 Goldens. Do you want to mention the...
Don't know.
I'll take the hit for you
Thank
here,
you,
fellas.
take it for us.
Ellenbrook. There was a man who's featured a couple of times in our promotional videos. I've been cheeky to him. I'm not going to mention his name, but he might be the boss. All right. Carlisle also had one, and SKLP had a couple as well. And the bowling performances there. This bloke is commenting.
Yeah, no.
Who's going to give him a shout out?
Yeah, no, his chat's not too good, but some call him Darren Stark sometimes. Mitchell Chandler sometimes. He loves the loves the first over wicket, that bloke. So
Well, he's had a couple of. I mean, on that, he's actually had a couple.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
he has,
He's
yeah.
don't worry, we've been
Swings on your
told
ball.
he's every week.
DC, let it go, mate. That was week 3. You're allowed 4 weeks. We're now into week 12. Let that story go, DC. All right, DC he had 4 for 12. DK, Dennis Kirshner, had 4 for 49. In his 200th game, Adrian Sheridan had 3 for 18. And Dinka Ashani took 3 for 50 and made 50. 50 not out. So he offset himself there, gave away 50 and made 50. So
Yep.
call that even, Dinka.
Solid 0 contribution there.
Yeah, worked hard all day. Looking at the ladder, Caversham, Brabham, Maylands, your guys sitting in 4th. You had a couple of games clear realistically there of Belmont, who have some work to do. Then it's Carlisle, SKLP and Swanview, who now have 1. Matches?
We got Brabham coming up against Carlisle, and Swanview coming up against SKLP. And then you got our boys Ellenbrook going up against Belmont, which is a big game for them to try and consolidate a final spot. And then to finish off, got Maylands playing against Caversham.
Yeah, again, Maylands with the opportunity here really just to cement themselves sitting in 3rd, Caversham on top.
Yep.
Maylands up and about. They've had some good performances. I think it's the next grade, and I'm just going to sneak down there. Yeah, it's the next grade, Maylands. We'll talk about that. But look, that is a note there. F grade now. Let's have a look at them. Western Wolves, I'll take the head here because there's a few acronyms.
Yeah.
Western Wolves
No, I knew that.
sitting second. They put on 5 for 130 or 121 to beat first place Southern Rossmine all out 120. Ascot 9 for 174 defeating West Coast 140. That was a battle for the spoon there. Yokine Pilbara went down to Brabham. Brabham's only win of the day. So, yeah, tough day for the races. 169 to 5 for 171. And finally, Mount Lawley Inglewood 5 for 95. Made it hard for themselves in 33 overs, defeating Dianella all out 92 there. You want to have a crack at the bowl? At the
Yeah, with
batters?
the batsmen, we got Darshan Ganoya, hit 100 off 94 balls, but
Yep.
opening the batting, 11 fours, 2 sixes. Adawait Vadea hit 54. Dean DeMose hit 50. Liam Brooks with a nice 40, batting at 9 as well, and none for 24. A nice little bowling spell as well.
Yeah, congrats on, just quickly, congrats on your milestone this week, Brooksy.
I'll
I'm
let
not
you-
sure what number it is, but I saw it on West Coast page there. Luke Puskutchin, is that, yeah, he had
Yeah.
40 and took 2 for 13, plus had 3 catches to put him
Good effort.
back-to-back efforts there for Luke. Well done. Mohammed Naiz and Matt Saliakis also had 40, and West Coast had 40 extras.
Yeah, it's costly.
It is, and that's why we mention them. If you get
Yeah.
30 with the bat, we'll give you a mention.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your team give away
Well.
30 runs, we're going to give you a
Yeah.
Yeah,
mention.
fair enough.
Speaking of mentions, who got the Goldens there, Riley?
Oof. We ended up getting 4 in the F grade. We got Dianella with 1, South Rossmore with 2, and then we got Western Wolves with 1. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all over that. Well done,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
You're onto this like actually, I won't say like what.
Like a wolf, mate.
A family show.
Western one.
Yeah. All right, well, in the bowling stakes, Russell Moles had 4 for 15. Craig Wheat,
Craig Wheaty.
4. Hey?
Craig Ware, you know that bloke? That's talking about the indoor before.
Yep.
It's good bloke. Yeah, SMG
Okay.
did ambassador and stuff, whatnot.
Okay, so, yeah, well, we were talking about indoor before, and hopefully we can advance those conversations over the next few weeks and see where they go. Well done, Craig. He had 4 for 20 and a couple of catches, and that indoor experience
There you go.
just gives you those reflexes, I think.
A lot more chances than come at you at indoor than outdoor,
Yeah.
I reckon.
And we saw that in the T20 grand final. Noah Criddle White plays indoor. He had the keeper's gloves.
Yeah.
got the ball, backhand under, yep, bang,
Yeah,
gone. Run out,
exactly.
see you later. All right, Ben Davidson, he had 3 for 14. Ratura Paliaguro had 3 for 21. Well, Joel Davey had 3 for 30. And the prayers down there at Mount Lawley, Muhammad Ali Dudurka had 3 for 31.
Solid contribution.
Nice.
Ladders? Who?
We got Western Wolves sitting on top. South Rustmoyne sitting in second with Brabham in third. All pretty clear. Then you got Yokine in fourth, and then Mount Lawley sitting in fifth. On 6 battling for fourth as well.
Yeah,
So then you got Dianella, Ascot and West Coast are all towards the bottom end, and season over, is it for them guys at the bottom? Or
Yeah, pretty much. Dianella, Ascot and West Coast all really going to play the spoiler roles there.
yeah,
Not with enough games left to get up, unfortunately. Ascot take on Brabham. Southern Rossmoyne play Dianella. West Coast against Yokai and Pilbara, who need to win here. They are fourth. Need the win if they're to stay in the hunt. West Coast with the chance to spoil the party at home there. Mount Lawley Inglewood in a similar position. They're in fifth, trying to hang on. They take on the ladder leaders. So,
Good luck.
big game there for Mount Lawley Inglewood.
Yes.
to try and get him to fourth spot as well. So
Well, okay, we'll create an indoor. See, there's an opportunity and a pathway. We could create an indoor show. You know, there's all possibilities out there, viewers. You're only limited by your imagination and willingness to actually get in the studio and do what these fellas are doing. Well, you don't just have to be in the studio to look good, and that's enough on that out of all you lot out there. Maylands with their 7th straight win. Congratulations, Maylands. Lena Valley had the bye. Scarborough lost to Ellenbrook. You guys again just finding
Doing all right
some
at the
form
moment.
at the
Yeah.
moment.
G
All right at the
grade
moment.
side's going pretty well this season.
University with 3 for 310, defeating Mundaring. Had a tough day there, 97. All their celebrations were in the B grade. Imagine coming back to the club G grade going, oh yeah, sorry, don't matter, doesn't matter.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Maylands, 5 for 120 off 20, defeating SKLP all out 77 and 30. Is that 38, Riley?
30 with 30 extras there.
Yeah,
That is-
30 extras out of 77 on the
Wow.
tally.
Yeah,
So
that's-
that is.
Maylands,
costly as
you
well.
could have been out of there.
Yeah.
Well, you still
Yeah.
would have had to bat your 20, but
Yeah.
yeah, anyway. Jack Aniston, well, he led the batting performances, and no doubt about it, 155 off 77, batting at 4 there for
Awesome effort,
University. And that, 50% of his side score, so,
Yeah. No, that's unreal.
you
Boundaries.
know,
It's a good way to bat. I like it. I don't mind it.
get off his back and help him out, you lot.
Yeah.
Frank Reynolds had 60, Stephen Hall had 39, and Troy Ruthven. Know much about Troy?
Yeah, he's plays in the G grade. He's a consistent player. Plays most weeks, and seems to always be in and around the scoreboard. So
Well, he had 38 not out last
Yeah.
week, so good job there. SKLP, you had the golden, 33 wides bowled by Scarborough, and then the bowling performances, well, Anil Katakuri and Tori Dennis both had 3 for 15. Not often you see bowlers get the same score,
Matching
Yeah.
figures.
but it
a bit
does
weird.
happen. Some bloke called Sean Saunders, he's had a milestone, he's had a couple of mentions, he's been on the video clips.
yeah,
Can't keep him down, can we?
Yeah.
he always seems to pop up for a good bowling performance, and then backs it up with his batting as well. Always opening up, so does the hard work. And
Yeah. Depends how far deep you look, I guess, because those 3 wickets are probably 9, 10 and 11. But
Hey,
we'll let that slide there, Sean.
Let that through to the keeper. Well, he didn't. Hopefully the keeper dropped it. 3 for 28 and 58, I think that says, or 50. Batting at 2 there, so not bad, Sean. Good effort. But I can tell you, it won't get you in the All-Stars. Batting at 2 and making 50. You want to step on that. Well, the ladder now looks like this. Maylands lead with 9 wins ahead of Ellenbrook. So you guys in the chasing position there.
Yeah, good points.
But you've got the better percentage.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, so get a win this weekend against Junior and you're a strong chance. Helena Valley have 6 wins. Scarborough and Uni both sit on 5. So, again, a couple of games clear of Uni, but you're playing them. So, not one you want to sort of take too lightly.
Yeah, just put a good performance in and get the win.
And then rounding out the ladder, Mundaring and SKLP and matches this week. Well, the match of the week will be, well, at least in my opinion, Helena Valley versus Maylands and my show, or our show. I love you all out there. It's our show, but in my opinion.
Yeah, look, 1v3 should be a good game.
Dear. The banter. I don't know how many fines you guys are going to cop, but the banter online is just classic.
Yeah, nah.
All right, SKLP have the bye, and Helena Valley, as we say there, that is third versus, actually, Helena Valley Maylands. So, yeah, Helena Valley, well, tough ask against ladder leaders Maylands, but never mind. H grade, let's have a look at this. Coolbinia West Perth 110, lost to Ellenbrook 8 for 111, made it hard, but got there. 36 overs. City Beach defeated Carlisle 3 for 195 to 194. Yokine Pilbara got up over Midland 9 for 165 to 184. And then Glen Forest, I'll have to sack my researcher because he hasn't highlighted the winners here. I'll give myself a stern talking to. Glen Forest had 7 for 93 off 21 to defeat Bayswater, all out 91 there. All right, batting mentions. Riley, you want to lead off there?
Yeah, I'm just saying, we're starting with Lockie T, who was, I guess I'm assuming he was bowled first, this bloke, because he just went out there quick and made 103 off 50 with retiring. So I'm assuming he was pretty gassed after hitting 12 fours and 4 sixes there. So
yeah, well, Lockie holding his spot in the All-Stars there.
yeah, it's not too bad there, bloke. Dylan Morgan with 75 or 47 with 0 fours and just hitting bombs. Just eight sixes there, batting at 3. So that's quite insane.
Yeah, those 2 blokes in the All-Stars did enough. I think that's enough
Yeah, I
to
reckon
justify holding their spots.
at the moment. Yeah, definitely.
Then the rest of the mentions.
We got Matty Johns made 49 at 9 from Midland, 35 for 35 extras for
Yokine Pilbara,
Yokine. Dylan Wilson with 32, Deval Sothar with 31, and 2 Goldens from, I'll get down it.
Coolbinia.
Good Pinia and 1 from Carlisle.
We're in this ride together, mate. Look, we talk about moments. This is the moment you've made your media debut.
That's it.
You know, enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Into the bowlers, we got Vinod Chowdhury, who took a fifer off 35 for 36.
Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain. Tom Walsh, 4 for 13, and Ellenbrook local Matt Sykes, 4 for 18, and also backed it up with 64 and not out off 96, batting
Wow.
at 4. I think one of the younger boys, I think he might be 15, 16 at the club. He's
Wow.
coming through, yeah, getting it done, playing with his old man and his brother.
Love that.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think that was their second win for the season, the H grade side, so they were pretty stoked. We got James Hayworth, 4 for 26. Mitchell Reese, 3 for 10. And then we got Oliver Dunnett, who took 3 for 11.
Yep.
We got Mike Wehella, who took 3 for 14, and for Ellenbrook as well. Well done, mate.
Mikey.
You'll have to meet him so you can pronounce it. Certainly.
Oh yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
We should have started with his mic there.
Yeah, Michael Carlino also took 3 for 22. And Yokine's private wicketkeeper took 4 catches and also hit 43 runs.
Yeah, so I can't put you in the All-Stars because we will be public. So if you Anesio hideout, we can't mention you there. The ladder sees City Beach on top, 2 games clear of Midland. Well done there, Midland. Coolbinia West Perth and Bayswater with 8 and 7. Carlisle with 6. Yokine on 5. Glen Forest and Ellenbrook, as you mentioned, rounding out the table.
Yeah. Yeah, they've Ellenbrook side's moved up from I grade they were in last year, so obviously they won the premiership last year, so they've moved up into H grade, and obviously they've struggled a little bit, but it's hard when your bottom side, they always get the last pick of the players, so it does make it tough, but they've done well to get a couple of wins, and hopefully they can finish off with a couple more to finish off the year.
Well, there's a question come in about the wicket keeper's catching ability there, and someone said your catching lately's been a bit sus.
Yeah, who's that from? Andrew Hay, is it? Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names.
Don't think he's seen too many games this year, but yeah, don't know what he's talking about.
Well, matches this week, we see Carlisle taking on Yokai and Pilbara, Midland up against City Beach, Glen Forest taking on Coolbinia West Perth, and your guys up against fourth place Bayswater. So, chances to play the spoiler role.
Yeah, finish off the season well, hopefully, for our boys.
Alright, as we deal with, and I'll just have a quick look here, doing a time check. We'll ignore the fact that we're due a break there. You fellas right to keep soldiering on?
Yeah, happy to go through, yep.
Alright, viewers, we'll soldier on. Just a few more things to mention before we actually do wind it up. We've still got the update on the Golden Duck tally. How's your club going? Who's leading that? The changes to the All-Stars team, there will be a couple, I can tell you that. There's been some fantastic performances last week. And we will announce the winner of the Effort of the Week award. Before we do get back into it and look at I grade though, a shout out to Matty Jukic of the Croatian Cricket Federation here in WA. We recently, you guys mentioned it, there's a couple of shirts up there. The Community Cricket T10 Cup. We did that, and Matty's reached out, and there's a multicultural T10 tournament on the Monday public holiday, March the 2nd, down at Fremantle Oval. And if you're scratching your head and going, that's a footy oval, not a cricket ground, they're actually rolling out a fake pitch for the day because it is an international tournament.
Nice.
Croatia, Britain, although I don't know why we're not calling them England.
Yeah.
Croatia, Britain, India and Italy taking part. And how good's the World Cup been? We saw Italy and Nepal and some of the matches.
Been catching a few games, been good.
So we have all that here in Perth on Monday the 2nd at Fremantle Oval. Kicking off at 12 o'clock, the final will be played under lights. And if you'd like to help out, maybe come down. We can't get the broadcast van in the right spot for, it's a footy oval. We can't get in there, but we're looking for photographers or videographers to come and help me out for the afternoon down there to film that. So, Lawrence Hillary, Kia, Krishna, all those people out there, Dissy, all those people at the clubs doing photography. If you're free on Monday the 2nd, let me know and we'll head down. I'll shout you dinner and stuff. It's not a date though, I'm happily married. Alright, I have to say that for the record.
Don't be boring.
I grade, I grade. Let's have a look at the scores.
SKLP made 144. They ended up losing to Coolbinia West Perth, who made 2 for 45 and chased that score down in 33 overs. Caversham made 181, lost to the Western Wolves, who made 7 for 203. Bayswater there, 7 for 200, lost to Middle Swan, 3 for 201. Your boys there, nice little dig, 3 for 200. And then rounding off the I grade, Mount Lawley, none for 129.
Yeah.
I'm guessing chasing down City Beach's 125. Yeah, they would have chased that down.
That down.
Yeah, chased that down, and doesn't say how many overs there, but that's a
partnership,
very good effort. Yeah.
Well, I'm just smiling Tyson suggesting that Matty Sykes might cop a fine for being mentioned. Well, perform and you deserve the recognition. And the batsmen that deserve recognition, see how you segue from banter to back to the thing?
Yeah, it's good effort.
The batsman with the mention this week, leading it out, is in fact a Middle Swan man, Hamish McNichol, with 67. Well done there, Ham. Gav Franchetto had 58 not out. Chris Popoff not something you want to do in the field. He had 58 as well. Mark Cozzo had 54, and Justin Stevenson, with 53 not out for Middle Swan. So a couple of wise heads there doing the job.
Yeah. We got Jake Lee and Adam Duffy making 48. Joy Deep and Sam making 46. Chris Nielsen 44 with Western Wolves Bowlers, 44.
And then we're throwing these ones to you.
Yeah, Deepesh Boudier, Carl Blewett, and Austin Roberts all with 35.
Yep.
Tanmoy Mandale, David Wolf, and Will Blakey all hit 34. Then rounding off the batsmen, Sandeep Batol and Troy Deal both hit 31, while Deepak Vasani made 30.
Behind the scenes, just so you know, there's a bit of a love fest going on. Josh Hollingum said he's your biggest fan, and Harley Fry has come on to say Josh is his. So keep it to the pub, you lot. All right, let's have a look at the bowling performances there. Joey Giorgio had 4 for 23. Nick Cirillo had 3 for 18. I'm just trying to figure out where my mouse is. Max Crombie had 3 for 21, and Rag Sukumar had 3 for 28. 2 Goldens, both going to SKLP there.
Tally's getting up there. Tally's getting up.
Yeah, I know.
Seen a few from them.
Ladder?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, SKLP is still sitting on top, even though they're getting ducks. 10 wins and 3 losses. Western Wolves, 9 wins, 4 losses.
Mount Lawley.
8 wins, 5 losses. Got Kulbinia, 7, I guess.
Yep.
Middle Swan, 6, and then we got
City Beach, Caversham and Bayswater. Yeah.
With 5, 4 and 3.
And the matches this week sees Middle Swan against Mount Lawley Inglewood. Real tough one here for the 78s at home. On Think Mental
Hopefully you
Health
get
Day.
above them. Hopefully. We'll see how you
Well,
go.
there's a chance, and that's the thing. You've got to be aware of this and actually go, this is what we're working towards. If you go into a game and just go, let's get some runs, you've got to have a purpose. There's a spot on the... SKLP take on Caversham. City Beach looking to hold their spot just in desperate hope. They're up against Bayswater, so that's a chance for them to stay in the hunt. And then Western Wolves up against Kulbinia, West Perth to round out those games. Final grade, it is J grade.
Yeah, we got Les Murdy, 9 for 130. They beat Bullsbrook, who made 102 off their 29. SKLP, 6 for 149 in 37 overs, beat Ascot 6 for 148. And we got Forestfield, who made 169 off 37, who beat Swanview, who were bowled out for 94. Dianella, 2 for 120. They lost to Belmont, who batted first and made 9 for 210.
Yeah, Dianella there, slow.
It's a big effort, 9 for 210.
But I mean, the flip side of that, Dianella,
2 down.
Two down for 120 off 40.
I wouldn't be happy as a lower order batsman that know he can
be
bat.
willing
I would be telling
maybe
him to
stand
hurry
on
up a
your
little bit.
Yeah. I can say, and I say this with a smile, I'm going back about 8 years or so ago now, when Ellenbrook used to play at Charlotte's Vineyard or one of those school grounds.
Yep.
I was captain in Middle Swan's lower side. Now, I am also not the world's most prolific run scorer. I had blokes in my own team sitting at the school on the bench there appealing for me to be fired LB as well as the bowlers. So you would have been them.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mate. Right.
Fire him. Stop dotting them up.
Let me out there.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the batting performances. Sammy Bates of Forestfield, he top performed there with 90 off 95, getting 60% of the Forestfield score there. Starlin Justin, he had 64. Lalji Vasani with 50 not out. Neil Warden, the old warhorse himself, 42 off 61. 42 not out, in fact, off 61 there at 9. While Malcolm Kirby and Yasir Mahmood with 37, and Jeff Grisnick rounding out the batting mentions for tonight. He had 34 not out. And this bloke you would have been asking for to be out as well. 34,
Yes.
Jeff, I love you, but in one day you can't
You never
make
know.
34 of 115.
Never
Well,
know the
you
situation.
can and he
Never
did.
know the situation though.
You never know what it could have turned into too. Not out.
The whole team could have been all out for 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Stuck around.
I know. I smile, viewers. I am fully aware that you all tell me I was a terrible batsman, terrible umpire. I know I can't do it, but I get to sit here and say to Jeff, turn it up a bit.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
you reckon?
Crank it
Yeah.
up just a little bit. All right, bowling mentions. Oh, actually, should we
We'll get
mention the
hit
Golden
Ducks,
Ducks?
eh?
Yeah, Les Murdy and Bullsbrook.
Yeah.
They had them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Bowlers?
got the bowlers, Michael Adamson, 4 for 23. Luke O'Reilly, nice little 3 for 16. Joel Kenworthy and Daryl Quartermain, both with 3 for 19. And then rounding off the bowlers, Oliver Coulthard and Howard Newitt, 3 for 23 apiece.
And we said before it's unusual, and there we finish with a pair of people getting the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure.
All right, Les
matched them
Murdy.
twice.
Sorry?
Oh, I just matched them twice as well.
I thought I heard twice. And
Yeah,
I'm
3
like,
for 19, 3 for 23, both of them.
could have been the echo in my head. I don't know. All right, Les Murdy Mazenod, they lead. They're dominating in the J grade down there. Bullsbrook sits second, Forestfield in third, and then both SKLP and Belmont are in a battle for fourth on 6 wins, while Dianella, Ascot and Swanview, well, we've mentioned a few clubs. I'm drawing a line through a few now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you lot, but you're all going to play the spoiler roles. Games this week there, Josh?
Well, we got Swan View coming up against Ascot. And then we got Dianella playing against Les Murdy. And SKLP versus Forestfield, which should be a pretty good game. Was that 3v4? And then Bullsbrook versus Belmont, which is another danger game.
Sorry, viewers, we're smiling secretly because Shaz Fernan asking who your favourite teacher is.
Yeah, it goes back in the day. It'd have to be him, I reckon.
I don't know why he's confidently asking that.
Yeah, Shaz, it's not
Darren,
about you, mate.
Darren Young's not a bad bloke either, I
Yeah,
reckon.
they're both up there.
But nah, Shaz, great bloke.
He is, and a big shout out. Where's he playing footy this week? I was about to say this year, but I should say this week. Shaz, you've moved more clubs than I have.
Yeah. I think he's in Kingsway, is he?
Oh, that's why I'm asking.
I think so. I think he's in Kingsway.
He is a good bloke, though. Good to have you online there, Shaz and Harley. Enjoying yourselves. Oh, the people who won't enjoy themselves are the people who get the Golden Ducks. It was just 22 this week. That's actually not a bad performance across the 13 grades. When you look at it like that, it's like, yeah, it's not too bad. Same as we had back in weeks 3 and 9, giving us a season total of 329 so far. A grade and H grade, well, they've got 34 each, while B grade has 32 and C grade with 31. The one day is really dominating the, as you'd probably expect, you know.
Yeah.
They get to bat every week.
Yeah.
SKLP have 35 on the club level. You mentioned, sounds like they're getting a few.
Yeah.
On the club level, they've got 35, Caversham with 26, Southern Rossmoyne on 16, and I'm just going to toggle across because I actually know that I got this wrong. I'm just going to go, where are we there? Oh, there they are, the Ducks. Because I had Helena Valley on top, but then I got feedback during the week that I had the wrong number of teams. So Helena Valley do not lead the adjusted format. Unfortunately, that honour belongs to Midland and Middle Swan, because what we do is we divide it. How many teams your club got?
We got
4, I believe.
So if you had 20, we'd divide it by 4. So
Yeah.
that it's a. So unfortunately, Midland and Middle Swan, we're leading now on 5.5. Southern Rossmoyne have come up to join us, and as a result of the feedback, Dan Foster has saved Helena Valley. They drop back down onto 4 points. Let's have a look at the All-Stars as well. A couple of changes here. I'll bring that up. 3 out, 3 in. The ins. Tom Atkinson of Swanview for his 127 not out.
Yeah, get Swanview over the line too.
Yeah, batting at 7, that's a good knock.
Yeah, big knock, yeah.
Kuldeep Chowdhury of Caversham, he's taken 8th place after putting on 75 off 58 or 70 off 58. And in the 10th place, I'm really starting to have to think about whose performance is better here, and it's a tough gig. But Kirkloam, you can't knock 9 for 28.
Yeah,
Kirk, you're in as a bowler at the moment, mate. Congratulations to you. Make sure you keep an eye out. Dylan Morgan and Chris Murphy continue to hold their spots, as does Lockie Teagle with back-to-back tons. It's hard to knock you out. Samuel Friend, you're in danger if you don't start putting a couple of runs, get a couple more wickets. But right now, it is time to announce the... actually, I was going to copy that down and I haven't, and I'm now thinking it says announce winner. I have to think who the winner is. What do we think, guys?
Effort of the week.
Across all the Browns that you've seen there?
What do you reckon?
Probably would have been the...
Well, we've got ninefers, we've got tons, we've got batsmen
I think you
holding,
gotta go.
holding at the ton.
I think a ton always stands out.
That
Over
was it 170 or 50 or something?
So that there, the 150 off.
Or 50 or something? Was it something silly?
Well,
I
the
reckon
one,
you
yeah.
can't go past Lockie Teagle, 103 off 50, and then retiring. Like, you never know what that could have ended up with.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
12 fours, 4
Nine,
sixes.
9 wickets though. It's hard.
See, whereas for me,
Yeah, that's the
actually,
bloke I was talking about.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right there.
Yeah.
150.
I think you're right, Riley. This week's winner of the effort of the week, picking themselves up, and actually, can you grab that big pack for us? Grabbing the, you can be model, or we'll do it together.
He's a better ball, isn't he?
The Joey Swan Valley Diner voucher, thanks very much to them, and the Slater Gartrell voucher, as well as an exclusive ID Athletic Community Sports Show singlet and bucket hat. We've just reloaded those, plenty of those to give away. That is it. Congratulations. I actually better copy that down, at least for later, because in a few days' time I'll go, who did we give it to? And I'll have to watch this video again.
Well, it's going to say Ack now.
Yeah, that's all right.
Ack Addison.
He won't know. He's a secret agent. All right, well, that's it. Wherever we are, I'll do that for now. Wherever we are across the globe, it's important in these troubled times that we remember it is Think Mental Health Week. Part of mental health is for ourselves, being aware of how we respond. A lot of things make us frustrated and we can't always change them.
Yeah.
But what can we control?
Well, speaking, really, your voice.
How we
everyone has
respond.
one. Just
How we
Making sure your
respond.
mates are okay.
All right, now, wherever you are, we've had viewers from Vietnam, from Britain, from Melbourne, and across Perth, wherever you've joined us from. Thanks for being a part of our community here tonight. Welcome if you're a new follower. A big welcome to you. I feel it fair to say the notes are wrong. It says tomorrow at 1 o'clock I'll be doing Dianella. I'm actually treating myself to a day off. I don't encourage it. I chipped Ockie for being on holiday in the middle of cricket season, but it's Valentine's Day.
Oh,
And for all the married people out there, you young lovers, lock in anniversaries, birthdays, Valentine's Day.
guess you could say Ockie's going alright then, can't you?
Yeah.
He's in Vietnam with his missus.
Oh, he's doing all right then. And on that basis, I'm not going to be at a game broadcasting. You might see me around a few grounds. I'm going to try and drop off a few of these prize packs and get a few photos for our montage. Because Sunday, it is the President's Cup. Swanview, Swan who? Swanview, so they tell us. Swanview, the best of the first grade, taking on Caversham, who are the ladder leaders in the Vision Decor one-day A grade competition. That match at 1 o'clock here on the Community Sports Show. To all you people out there, anyone you want to say hi to or give a thanks to or a shout out to?
No, I think Pop just needs a quick howl, is it?
Nah, I think we'll.
Oh!
I think we'll pass on
Is
that.
is that a team thing or?
He just does it all mainly. So
Nah, it's just
he's a jack of all trades. So he's a bit of a
inside
pup.
joke that these boys try to run around.
Oh, there's no full moon. It is Friday the 13th. We have been having technical glitches, but we've survived. And wherever you are, it is important. Take care, stay safe. Be nice to yourself. But in these troubled times, please remember to be nice to those around you too. On behalf of Riley and Josh, I am Noel Knowlesy Johnston. Thanks to Ellenbrook. Thanks to you all. Take care. We'll see you again soon.